Hello, everybody. Happy New Year and all that there, man. Thank you for all my subscribers. Thank you for all the likes and subscribes. Again, like I tell y'all, I don't do this for that, but I do appreciate it. I do it because I want to help people, and that's just the bottom line. Help people. I'm gonna give you a quick little story, man. I worked for a company for a while, and once that company found out I started my own business, I was let go from that company. So my goal is, while they were worried about one little old me, my goal is to make 1 million of me. And a lot of people are not gonna give you the information that you need to succeed. So that's why I do this, that's solely the purpose. Well, as the new year started, I know sometimes y'all get on here and y'all think, man, this guy just do a lot of talking, and it's a reason why. Kind of like the Riddler. I think one of the problems that happened was people was giving out too much information, and people that don't like the information that we giving out are empowered, and they come up with rules and regulations to stop what we're able to do. So to keep them guessing, so to speak, and to help people at the same time, I have to, present everything like I do, because I don't know if you know it, and I don't know if they do you like that, but every time I post a video to YouTube, it goes through scrutiny. So I have to be very careful how I talk. Now, let me give a quick disclaimer. Everything that I'm giving here is for education and entertainment purposes. Technically, education purposes. I'm not a lawyer. Can I give you no legal stuff? But hey, I'm gonna point you in the right direction. All right. Well, I got a question from somebody, and like I say all the time, and most of these videos are for my clients, and just saves me the trouble of having to say the same thing over and over. And one thing that I realized that I hadn't really dealt with, and I hadn't dealt with this subject because there's so many people talk about this subject that I thought, I don't have to do it. But there are people that I deal with, and some of my newer clients this year that I've been retaining are asking me these particular questions. Now, let's look at this question. How can I own my own trucking business? Again, let me say the question. How can I own my own trucking business? Good question, and I'm glad you asked that. If you're watching this video, you have the same question. First, I want to give another disclaimer. This is the first quarter in logistics, first quarter in business, period. Not a very good quarter. This entrepreneurship is not for the faint at heart, and it's not for those that give up easily, okay? You're going to run through trials, tribulations, and tests as you try to grow and develop your business. So let me say that, don't do it if you think you're going to quit, because there are going to be obstacles that come in your way in opposition to keep you from going forward. But for those that feel like, hey, I'm not a quitter, all right, let's move forward. How can I own my own trucking business? First, you want to come up with a name, get your LLC. How did I do that? Good question. I'm glad you asked. I created my name, and growing, I created my name, and I hired not LegalZoom, but Zen Business out of Austin, Texas, helped me do it. Now, if you know somebody, or if you feel like you're smart enough, go ahead, knock yourself out and do your own LLC, But I highly recommend, if you don't have the time, say for instance, if you're working and trying to do this like I did when I started my KQL Consultants, and now C.A.L.E, I was working. All this stuff I was still on the job, and working in this particular field. That's another reason why I'm not an expert, but I do know a little something about what I'm talking about. And I got somebody to help me do it, and that was Zen Business. Again, that's Zen Business. Shout out to Zen Business. I don't get no cutback, kickback, none of that. Now, it's expensive. I'm not going to tell you how much I paid, but it is expensive, okay? So that's the first thing. Get your LLC, get all that done, get all your paperwork filed. That's the first step, EIN. This stuff is free, man. You can go I went on the website myself. I'm going to tell you what I did and give you some pointers, and you do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? I teach you how to fish. I don't just give you the fish. I went on the website and I got my EIN myself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't pay nobody. I went and got it myself. You feel me? And you can do that. It's not hard at all. If I can do it, anybody can do it. Trust me. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but I'm not the dumbest either. So that's the first steps in this. Now, say there are some people do it differently. They went and got the vehicle first. Those people that got the vehicle first, that's another way you can do it. Go get your vehicle first and get with a company, a reputable company, and work with them to you can build up the money to pay somebody to do the LLC and all that. You know, there are companies out here. We're one of them. So, you know, one of my main customers, you know, that I'm now partnered with. You know, we help companies that in that situation. They got the vehicle, but they don't have the money to get the other stuff, or they don't want to get the other stuff right now. Whatever the reason may be, we help them. And it may be somebody where you're at. You just got to search them out, you know, and you know, that's more so for my clients. I help them in that particular situation. But there are people that'll help you with that, and it's not for free. It's not for free, okay? Let's see. That's how you get started. You want to get the business started, you know, and get all that kind of stuff going. And if you got any other questions, there's a ton of videos pertaining to this particular subject. I really don't deal with that. I really help people that's already in the business, but now God is directing me to help other people as well. So that's okay. People that just getting started out, you know, that I think I can like that too, because it has some of the same qualities. You know, you need coaching, you need encouragement, you need uplifting to keep pushing. Now, the next question I'm gonna deal with is, how can I own my own truck, and how am I going to get a truck? How am I going to get a truck? How am I going to get a truck? Now, this is the most important question, whether it's a cargo van, box truck, or a semi. You know, depending on your circumstances, I recommend a semi or a box truck. If you got good credit, I say go ahead and get it, because renting economically is not a good idea right now. Renting is not a good idea. Not saying don't rent, because we rent. One of my main clients, we utilize budget. But I say, this is just my opinion. Again, this is my opinion. Renting is more so for you know, one of your trucks broke down, or you got a contract and you're trying to save the contract, keep the contract, et cetera, et cetera. It's not something you want to start your business with, in my opinion. Now, if you have no other choice, you have no other choice. If you are dedicated, determined, and disciplined, and you just want to get it done, hey, more power to you. And I help people in that situation as well. But I just don't want you to say, well, you told me. No. I didn't tell you to do that. So if you went and did that, that was on you, but I would help you, you know, and there's people that will help as well, you know. You say, how can you help me? Well, man, you got my number, 903-393-3758. Please leave a message, 903-393-3758. Or you can go to the website, Kingdom Quality Logistics, LLC.com, Kingdom Quality Logistics, LLC.com. Reach out to me. I reach back. If I don't reach back to you in a week, man, reach out to me again, because I got a lot going on. It's not that I'm ignoring you. And even if you leave a comment and you waiting for me to, I don't always look at this, because I'm not really into the whole. I make these videos for my clients to send them, so I don't have to say the same thing over and over and over. But you know, people that get on here and need that kind of help, reach out to me, please. You know, if I don't respond to you in 72 hours, reach out again, please. And other ways, like if you wrote a comment, man, send me a phone call, because I don't want us to get behind and you end up in the red, and it's harder for us to get you out the red, meaning, you know, you're in the negative of your business. Okay, I want to get that solved immediately, as fast as we can. Okay, now getting a truck. How do I get a truck? Like I say, I recommend you go buy it yourself if you can, or get investors. Find ways to purchase. You want to purchase. And I'm not going to say you don't want to purchase an older truck with low mileage. That's a good idea as well, but you want to make sure you take a mechanic to look at it before you sign the contract and make that deal. That's another way. Some people, depending on your circumstance, you may want to start out with a cargo van. And, you know, if you don't want to get in the truck yourself, if you plan on putting somebody in the truck, that van is going to have to go over the road. There's no ifs, ands, buts, or maybes about it. Oh, It's got to go over the road. It's not gonna make no money with you paying a driver and staying local. So I don't know where people getting that idea from. Man, like I say, check out my guy Mark Demento. These are Mark Demento. He's a very good guy. I like him. I study everybody. I watch a lot of people and what they do and what they say. And this guy could be teaching on the academia level. And that's the type of people I like to be around. I don't like to be the smartest person in the room all the time. These kind of people you want to be around. And this other one, Successful Trucking. Successful Trucking is a lady. She's very good academic. She don't charge a whole lot. She's very, very on point, and she explains this stuff very articulately to where you can understand it. Me, I'm really for the people that, don't have a whole lot of understanding. I help you understand and break stuff down. But this lady, man, if you come from an educational background, academia background, this lady is good, especially in Mark Demento too. You know what I mean? So these are people that I recommend because I don't do this as often as they do. So because I have to have. I got clients that I have to stay abreast of what's going on in the industry to help them. Now, there are different ways. There's finance companies that'll help finance you the truck. BMO is one of them. BMO is one of them. Or you can go through the actual truck. Like say you're gonna buy international. Don't get an international. Make sure it got the Cummins engine. But there's different ways to go about that. And I kind of go more deep and in depth with that with my clients because that's something that we gotta, I got people contacts at these different companies that, whichever one best fits. I have to talk to my client and find out, hey, whichever one best fits you. That's what we're gonna go with. That's how we go. If you dedicated, determined, and disciplined to execute and make this work, then we're gonna go whatever route. I recommend if you just got to start out, depending on your circumstances, it may be the cargo van, Sprinter van, not the Chevy, but the Ford and the Dodge. Chevy, not the Chevy. Please, no, please don't do that. Now, about the box trucks or the semi, same thing. You may be able to go through the company and get it. You may be able to find a buyer and get it from them. However you do it, it's different ways we can go about this. But like I say, that's something that I like to go. That's really where I want to talk to the individual and find out your circumstances, find out what you want to do, where you at financially, and what'll be the best move for you as an individual. I can't really blanket that information. I did blanket it as good as I could, but that's something really I have to talk to you one-on-one about, and we go, you make your final decision based on the information that is given. And I can send you to the right people to talk to and help you in that situation. But you don't want to have people keep running your credit. You want to be pretty much dedicated, determined, disciplined on what you want to do and go ahead and execute once we put you in the right direction. Okay? So those are a couple of questions that I had to deal with today. Those are different routes we can go with that. So now that we got that out the way, man, thank you again for your likes and your subscribes. Continue to watch the channel, man. We're going to talk about supply chain and logistic education. That's what we do here. And like I say, I give you the other two people that I say, man, I really highly recommend, highly recommend Success Trucking and my boy Mark Demento. Check them out. They're good people. And there's probably some other people out there. No, I'm not knocking nobody else, but these are people that I can stand on and I can put my name behind. And I can say, hey, I go over there. They're going to help you. They're going to point you in the right direction. All right? Be blessed and continue to walk by faith and not by sight in your business.